the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers as they play against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for New Orleans, one thing they've talked about, sustaining focus on the defensive end, allowing no easy shots, trying to be disruptive, maybe causing some turnovers that can lead to easy buckets in transition. And the Los Angeles Clippers, Kenny, one of the better teams in the league over the past decade. Powerful ownership, bright future as a franchise.
Yes, and bought for a record price at that time. The front office will be willing to spend on staff, scouting, and coaching, you name it. They want to just win.
And, some franchises would have collapsed after losing Chris Paul, but the Clippers can attract talent because the market they're in. Kenny, you live there, I live there, and they have that commitment to winning.
Yes.
And that'll take it up to tip-off. Let's go courtside. Thanks for joining us.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We have the Clippers as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. We're live from the Big Easy, New Orleans, Louisiana, for this Pelicans home game, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barrett. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, you remember that Anthony Davis had a growth spurt in high school that took him from a 6'2 guard to a 6'10 big man. Now, he remembered telling his mother, I can't fit in my bed, I can't fit in my shoes, I can't fit in these jeans you brought me. And her saying, I just bought those 3 weeks ago. Kevin?
It's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, D.A. Some incredible athletes in this one, Brent. Defensively, what does it take to stay in front of somebody who's got that kind of explosive ability?
For me, a small prayer. For other guys, it's knowing time, space, distance to make sure that you can collect anybody's first move. As you know, Kevin, you can't be thinking out there. If you're caught thinking, especially defensively, you get to read the back of the jersey of the guy you're guarding quite often. Can't happen here tonight.
And it can take your mind off of the other things you've got to do.
Well, yeah, that, and then you're always using one key phrase, which coaches talk about in practice.
Yeah.
Help.
Oh, yeah.
I need help.
Help. And the Clippers starting five. Bradley and Gallinari are the wingmen. Harris and Gortat are up front, and it's Beverly in at the one spot. Now here's Payton. Over Gallinari. Payton, that's good. Payton's got the opening basket of the game for the Pelicans.
The more he drains those mid-rangers, the more it boosts his confidence.
Gortat with the ball, picked up by Davis. Bradley kicks to Harris. No good with the triple. New Orleans with the ball. Holiday looking for an opening. High arcing shot. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Holiday. Davis has got his first basket of the night.
Love the aggressiveness from AD there. Not a lot of hesitation. And good at finding a shot there on the inside.
And Beverly kicks to Bradley. For Davis. Bradley can't get it to go.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now here's more. Lock at 6. Over Gallinari. And he overshot that one, missing. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game to the inside. He dishes it to Gortat. Harris outside. Pulls from the top of the key. Los Angeles with another miss.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake. Alvin Gentry, one of the best offensive minds and coaches in this league. Remember just in the recent past about his time in Phoenix and then in Golden State. Now as the head coach of the Pelicans, and he's done a great job just speeding up this team, pushing the ball, and trying to find ways to put up points.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Yeah, they're a little bit cold here. 0 for 4 to get this one going.
Here's more. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Beverly, the pass to Bradley. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Holiday.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
Free throw good from Bradley. And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
All free throws good from Avery Bradley.
There's a nice, quiet leadership quality that Avery Bradley gives to his teammates, and it's something that the coaching staff absolutely is on board with.
Now here's Payton. Outside Holiday. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Tips it up. Davis on the follow. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
You think you have AD rooted out, but he can use his length and use his size and get another rebound.
It's Bradley on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. And that one drops for him.
A fantastic move right there. Just that quick little reverse layup.
Beverly against Payton. Kicks to Davis. Gortat with the steal. Plays it up and banks it in. Davis has got 6 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Beverly finds Gortat. Bradley against Holiday. Holiday brings the double team. It's tipped. More with it to the paint. Here's Payton. His shot is good, making a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Well, Doc Rivers might have done his best coaching job last year. You think about how many G League guys came in and started games, and he even talked about it as being a season with a breath of fresh air, with all that newness and the things he had to teach and go back to the drawing board. So heck of a year for them, and they might have found some gems.
Here's Moore, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the Clippers get called for the foul.
Moore goes into the contact. He's saying, I want more contact.
And Etuan Moore has always been a solid shooter in the NBA, Greg, and he's continued to grow in that department.
I mean, just look at the career numbers from deep in terms of efficiency. And the last few years, he started to take on more and more volume in terms of the three-point shot. Hasn't changed his percentages, though, at all. And I would give him the green light as much as he wants from beyond.
And he makes the first.
And Moore, as an efficient scorer out here, plays well within himself on the offensive end.
So for the Pelicans, Mirotic comes in for Randall, and it's Hill in for Elfrid Payton. And so Moore nails both of them. Etuan Moore is someone, Brent, who bounced around early in his career, but has still found a way to be a big contributor.
Yeah, and I think that the fit for Etuan Moore, having AD, he can kind of stay in the background and get shots off where he's open, his feet are set, and you can see that trend in his field goal percentage that's coming into the league. Last year had a phenomenal year shooting the ball.
Here's Holiday after the basket by Los Angeles. Right side Davis. And Mirotic kicks to Moore. Pass to Holiday. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Holiday's got his first points of the game.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Moore's running. Shot clock reset for New Orleans. That one drops for him.
Now off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Holiday. From about 16, and it's the Clippers scoring again. And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 10-point lead. He kicks it to Davis. Shoots over Scott. No good from 11 feet. And so it's New Orleans with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
Clippers trail by 10, and now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for New Orleans right now, Mirotic is the 4 with Davis in the middle. Miller is out there with Holiday, and it's Hill in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Williams. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. On the wing, Johnson, covered by Mirotic. And he makes that one. Johnson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Los Angeles. The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. I think those are necessary things.
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily that they're necessary. Is that redundant?
No, I like it. It makes sense when you say it.
But the league always exploring ways to improve the game, and I commend Adam Silver and the competition committee for trying.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
They're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, Niang. Thanks. New Orleans leading by 10. Outside Holiday. Here's Davis. Hill up top, defended by Scott. 5 on the clock. Hill passes to Miller. Here's Davis. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Davis has got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team in the lead.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, Pelicans a much better team last year than they've been in the past. Still have some areas to address before maybe they become a home court advantage team or a top 4 seed. But the number one thing is they've got to get some more consistency in their outside game.
Payton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. The Clippers also changing it up. Todd has come in for Scott, and Tobias Harris subbed in for Sindarius Thornwell. Williams against Miller. The 11-footer. Here's Gortat. The shot is good off the backboard. Gortat's got his first points of the night.
Like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
Now here's Payton. Back to Miller. The pass to Mirotic. 5 to shoot. Here's Payton. No good on the triple. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Johnson's shot is off.
You can tell just by looking at his body language that he didn't want to take that shot, although the defense was more than willing to let him attempt it. Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
Harris outside. Williams from outside. Mirotic grabs the miss. New Orleans leading by 10. Outside Hill. Back to Mirotic. And it's Miller in the corner over Williams. Miller, no up. Clippers trail by 10.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Bucket is good.
You look at combo forwards that can help you provide some spacing out there. Harris right now spotting up and hitting.
Payton kicks to Mirotic. Payton surveying the floor. Back to Mirotic. It's Hill on the wing. Over Johnson. Hill, no good.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
The shot by Johnson, no good.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Passes it to Mirotic. Outside Hill. Back to Mirotic. Over Harris. Mirotic's shot is off.
and he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Well, Mirotic last year, it was the tale of two halves. It was the shaved year versus the unshaved year for him. Great start with the Bulls and played some very good basketball, and then struggled a little bit after the trade to the Pelicans, and then boom, all of a sudden was a huge part after Cousins went down. It was extremely complimentary to the fast pace and stretching out the offense with the three-point ball playing alongside AD.
Right, you're talking about Mirotic. The real Mirotic is somewhere in between.
Yeah, he's had a little trouble with consistency, but you got to look at what was surrounding him in Chicago with all the roster movements and the coaching changes, stylistic changes. So when he gets on, we saw this late in the year with the Pelicans and somewhat in the playoffs, he can be an explosive scorer. He can put the ball down and make plays. He can shoot you into and sometimes out of a game.
Checked in for New Orleans. Ejuan Moore comes in for Hill. And then for the Clippers, Gallinari, he's checked in for Johnson. Avery Bradley comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here is Miller. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Kicks to Randall. Miller against Gallinari. Cloak loose. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Bradley. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And it's now only a 1-point New Orleans lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Payton outside. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first half. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
In the corner, Bradley with it. Payton against Beverley. Harris, right side. Over Mirotic. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Banging around, trying to move guys around defensively. Tobias Harris showing he's got a little bit working tonight.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. But Clippers on top, up by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here, welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a rough ride in the first quarter for the Clippers. They were on their heels immediately, at one point staring at a 12-point deficit in that opening period. The second quarter went a lot better for them, and they got right back where they wanted to be before the half and now hold the 1-point lead. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
As we return to New Orleans to look at some of the buildings along the riverfront here in the Big Easy. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Harris and Gortat are up front. Bradley and Gallinari are the wingmen. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Brent, a major pivot for the Clippers last season, trading away the most important player in franchise history, Blake Griffin.
Well, the front office made mention of sustainability and production over cost, and felt like it was the right time for them to move on. The size of that max contract, the injury risk of Blake Griffin and what's happened and transpired the past couple of seasons convinced them that they might be able to clear that out of the way, get some flexibility, and rebuild the roster in the way that they wanted to moving forward.
Clippers leading by 3. Gallinari with it, now defended by Randall. Moore against Beverly. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Payton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Holiday against Bradley. Gortat dishes to Harris. Over Moore. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
He's a good free throw shooter. Tobias Harris smartly looking to get in there and find some easy points from the line.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris. Brent, we've got great dunkers now. But you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
Now here's Davis. He's got 12. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. Shooting 78%.
You like the poise there from AD. He gets into some traffic, doesn't speed himself up, and ends up scoring.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Tobias Harris had his best season in 2018, a career year from the three-point line. And you saw how much just his value jumped in that time frame. A key piece and a key part of the trade last year with Blake Griffin.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Two shots.
That's good from Harris. And guys, Clippers coach Doc Rivers calls Harris a nightmare matchup. What do you think?
Well, especially when he slides from the 3 over to the power forward spot. He spaces out the floor and then can put the ball on the deck, on the drive, get in and create some opportunities.
Hill, he's checked in for Elfrid Payton. And then for Los Angeles, Williams, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Randall finds more. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D there from Williams.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. A three-pointer off the mark. Pelicans trail by 5. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Outside Holiday. Unloads from 13. Here's Davis. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Davis has got 16.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
And slam dunk by Harris.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here is Gortat. Inside. That's good from Harris on the assist from Gortat. Harris has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Hard to believe, isn't it, that a few years ago the direction for this Pelicans team was uncertain.
And I like the fact that Alvin Gentry has found his way to put his imprint on this team. A lot of people not sure of how and if he could do that. He certainly has. It took some time to get those ideas in place. And the offense was never a problem with this group, especially with the way that Drew Holiday had such a huge year. It's going to be about some defense and some depth for them to push it a little bit further this season.
Lou Williams last season dropping a career-high 50 points on the Golden State Warriors in a regular season game.
Well, he led the Clippers to that convincing win on the road against the defending champs, and you better believe he saves his best game for the stiffest of competition.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Williams.
Sweet Lou Williams came into the NBA straight out of high school. I don't think a lot of people remember that back in 2005. The former 45th pick has more than exceeded his selection spot over the course of his career. Last year winning the 6th Man of the Year award.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Following the score by New Orleans. Johnson wide open. He fires. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. And you look back on Lou Williams going in the second round, pretty surprising considering, Brent, he accomplished so much in high school just in the Atlanta area.
Yeah, the National High School Player of the Year, a state title, and he graduated as the 2nd all-time leading scorer in the whole state of Georgia. He continues to fill it up in the pros. He's unstoppable at times.
Johnson, the pass to Williams, and now it's a double-digit lead. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Drew Holiday. 43 seconds left in the third.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
Here's Thornwell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his first foul. And the Pelicans making a change here. Payton's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Bradley's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. For New Orleans, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Mirotic. It's hauled in by Beverly.
A bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Holiday up top. Here's Mirotic. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Pelicans trail by 11. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Darius Miller out there with Mirotic, and it's Randall in at the 5 patrolling the paint. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And Mirotic throws it down.
And Mirotic is a big target out there, so hard to understand why he was missed. He slips in and gets an extra possession.
Now here's Beverly. Gallinari outside. Back to Beverly. They get it again. Courtside finds Gallinari, and stolen by Miller. Randall outside. Trying to get open is Miller. Misses the 3.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Back to Beverly. Outside, Scott. Shot clock at 5. Up top, Gortat shoots over Mirotic. Randall grabs the board. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Gallinari surveying the D, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. New Orleans making some changes here. Davis is checked in for Mirotic, and Moore subbed in for Darius Miller. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Harris is checked in. Pelicans trail by 9. Payton kicks to Holiday. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. That's 7 points for Drew Holiday.
Excellent screen and roll there by Holiday. He gets a great look at the rim and then calmly steps up and knocks it down.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, just one turnover in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second half. He is not doing a good job of keeping the ball in his mitts.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Clippers leading by 6. Outside Bradley. Out to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Over Holiday. Harris's shot is good. And the Clippers lead by 8.
This is a strength of Tobias Harris, finding good rhythm now in the mid-range shot.
Outside Holiday. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Beverly, the pass to Gallinari. away. And here we go with Davis heading to the hoop. And it's Davis with the jam.
Awesome job by AD to get the ball in a favorable spot. That's most anywhere, but comes up big with that basket.
Beverly finds Gortat. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pelicans trail by 4. Payton outside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Big-time shot from Alfred Payton.
Lou Williams is checked in for Avery Bradley.
But we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along. Just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
Now, here's going on. Dishes to Harris. Shoots. They can't stop the run with that one.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Payton against Beverly. Payton dishes to Davis. Angle right side. Shot clock at 6. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
I mean, this is Anthony Davis. He can do everything for you. Leadership, this guy is as complete as it gets.
Williams gets to Beverly. In the corner, it's Harris. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
1:24 left to play in the final quarter. Outside, Davis. Over Gortat. And that one goes long. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. Out to Harris. Alinari on the wing. Pass to Gortat. Alinari on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count!
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 1. 51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tobias Harris.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry said to his team. He said, we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Now here's Payton. Davis inside. Gortat covering.
Well, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 1. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Hey, they do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try it.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Holiday against Williams. Back to Harris. Unloads from 13. Oh, off target. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 2. 11 seconds left in the game. Holiday against Williams. Over Holiday. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a double. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, what was the biggest adjustment you made tonight to come back and win?
We turned it up on D. We got back to doing what we do and attacking the rim on other end.
It all came together for a win, Alfred. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you next time.